Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and today's video. This one has been a long time coming because I have started to sprinkle in information about supplements that I've been taking and I've been getting a lot of questions. Okay, so here's a supplement story for me. I am 52 years old and while I'm in pretty darn good health, I'm only going in one direction. So I'm already focusing on the things that are really important, which is maintaining a healthy diet, also getting good exercise. I sleep really well, and I also try to manage stress. So these are all things that are going to help us live healthier and longer lives. However, I did realize along the way that I probably need to start supplementing. Now, it's not going to be a surprise to any of you to know that I sort of started dabbling with things that I knew about, things that were related to sort of the aging process when it comes to skincare. So I'm talking about things that relate to skin, hair, and body. And my first supplement that I ever started taking in this space was a couple of years ago, and that was taking collagen peptides. I was using a brand called Vital Proteins. By the way, I still think they're great. But then I started watching a lot of videos by my friend Claudia over at Claudia Glows. And she was deep diving into a whole bunch of stuff I never heard about. And then I started thinking, maybe I need to look more into this myself. And that's when I was introduced to Do Not Age. And most of the products that I'm taking come from these guys. And I was introduced by Claudia. And when it comes to what these guys are all about, it is trying to find natural ingredients, and they are backed by very deep research and trying to understand longevity. And what that means is not living longer, it's living healthier longer. So this video is not sponsored by Do Not Age. I have a lot of their products here, but they have been helpful for me in trying to understand what sort of things are going to fit for me and my lifestyle and the type of things that I want to focus on. So let me just say, supplements are not for everybody. These are just the ones that I choose. And have you any questions, do your own research and also speak with the doctor before taking on any new types of medications or supplements. But these are the ones that I choose. And I'm just going to tell you why. Okay, so first up is hydrolyzed collagen peptides. I said I've already been taking these for years, and I moved over to Do Not Age because I wanted to have synergies between all of my products. I know they're all coming from the same house. Therefore, for me, it's easy to integrate new things without worrying too much. So for me, collagen was a natural starting point. I am always chasing the collagen train because, as you probably know, certainly if you've been here before, like all the great things that our body produces, we lose it over time. Our collagen production peaks in our 20s. And after that, we lose 1% of production every year for the rest of our lives until you hit menopause, and then you get to lose 30% in the first 5 years. That's me. I'm screwed. So for me, taking collagen peptides every day is an absolute no-brainer. And it also does more than just good things for our skin. It's good for joint health. It helps our cardiovascular system and it protects our organs. So for me, I take this every morning. I have a scoop in my black coffee and I drink that while I'm getting ready for work. So I get a new tub delivered every month and off I go. Yay. The second thing that I added to my routine, or maybe it was the first, I can't actually remember which one came first, is hyaluronic acid. Now we all know about hyaluronic acid and what it does for our skin, but it actually does way more for the rest of our body. And it was really interesting, and this is when I started to get into Do Not Age really, is understanding the research that goes behind it. So they have a researcher, a longevity researcher, and her name is Vera Gorbanova. And she was really interested in understanding why some animals live longer, because it's all about longevity research. Why are some people or some animals living longer than others? And she was looking at the rodents and wanted to find out why the naked mole rat lives to be 32 years old. I mean, mice only live for 3 years, guinea pigs for 12. What is it about the naked mole rat that allows it to live for 32 years? Basically, what she determined is that the naked mole rat secretes hyaluronan. And that basically is hyaluronic acid. And what that did is it allowed the naked mole rat, that's really hard to say by the way, to age without getting sick. So it was just getting older, but it actually wasn't getting any of the illnesses that are related to aging. They don't get cancer, they don't get Alzheimer's, they don't get heart disease. So hyaluronic acid, actually helps reduce the risk of all of these illnesses. So yes, I take that every day now too. And not only is it good for the insides, it's also good for my skin and the outsides. A new one that I added within the past year is another ingredient that I know from skincare, which is Resveratrol. Now, I had been taking that for quite some time as a topical. It's a polyphenol that acts as an antioxidant to protect us from free radicals as well as the UVA rays. So when taken orally, it acts as an antioxidant as well as an anti-inflammatory. And this helps to protect us against cancer, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. So I take 2 of those tabs every day. Then I started going further down the rabbit hole into territories of things I had never heard about. And I do actually recommend you go to the website and look in sort of the science side of things and look into more of the research that was done by Vera, because there's some fascinating stuff out there. So the next one I added is called the SIRT6 activator. So this is derived from seaweed, and as the name suggests, it is there to activate our sirtuin 6. This is a protein that promotes DNA repair. It also reduces inflammation and supports genomic stability. Now, I am not a scientist, guys. I'm not going to get into all of this. But the reason I was most interested and I started looking into it was that Alan Graves, who is the CEO of Do Not Age, I saw him in an interview, and when he was asked, what is your favorite product within the range? And he said his desert island product is this, the SIRT6 activator. And SIRT6 is also neuroprotective. So it has been shown that Alzheimer's patients have very, very low levels of SIRT6. So activating and trying to boost that will hopefully protect us from it. Another one I'm taking every day, which is actually not a part of the Do Not Age range, is my omega-3s. I take omega-3s because it's good for our eyes. It is good for our heart health. It boosts our brain function, and it also helps to protect us against Alzheimer's. Now, I've not been very brand loyal at all. It's sort of whatever is in the chemist when I walk in. But I just found out, I think it was 2 days ago, that Do Not Age just launched their own omega-3s, which thank you, because I did ask for this about a year ago. So I'll definitely be picking that up on my next order. So yay. So that's just sort of one of those automatics that, again, I repurchase over and over. And then we're going to get to what is Claudia's favorite. And let me tell you, I didn't realize how popular this is and also how controversial. There's a lot of conversation also about where you get it. But this is NMN. It's nicotinamide mononucleotide. I know. It's a form of vitamin B, which is niacin. Thing about NMN is it is a precursor to NAD, and I do have to look this up. It's nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. And that is an enzyme that is in every single cell of our body. It's absolutely crucial to pretty much all the functionality. This relates to everything when it comes to cellular health, from DNA repair to our metabolism, to the circadian rhythm, to our immune system. And in fact, one of Claudia's videos about this, which I'm going to put links to down below because she does deep dives into this. So I think you might enjoy her videos more on this topic. But she said without NAD, apparently we would die in 30 seconds. I know it's very dramatic, but there you go. So like everything else, NAD depletes over time, and that they say that by the time you're 50, I'm 52, that our levels are at 50% of where they should be. So anything that we can do to boost those levels is going to in turn reduce age-related illness, and that's the name of the game. After taking NMN for a few months, I learned that you should be taking that in conjunction with something called TMG. That's trimethylglycine, and it's said to complement NMN. So basically, it's enhancing the conversion of NMN into that critical NAD. It gets way more technical than that, but that's all I got. It also has some other benefits like helping to support exercise performance, and it's also an anti-inflammatory. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually not taking the NMN or the TMG right now, and here's why. I have heard so many positive results about people who started using it, and particularly Claudia and I've talked about this with NMN, and that the notice has been so dramatic, so fast. We're talking increased energy levels, ability to sleep. It's had a massive, noticeable impact. So after taking it for a couple of months, I'm like, I didn't really notice a huge difference, even though I know it's doing the right stuff and I know what it's there to do. I didn't notice any difference. So I was talking with my contact over at Do Not Age, and they offer the ability to test your NAD levels. So I signed up for that. So I sort of figured, okay, I'm going to get the test, take it, and then understand what my baseline is, and then start the NMN and the TMG together, and then I will retest in 2 or 3 months. Well, here's the kicker. I got the test in the mail, and you prick your finger and you have to do a bunch of drops on this little card, and I couldn't get enough blood flow. So I had to abandon that. So I have another test now that I need to take. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get enough blood. If you have any pointers, let me know. My daughter did say you need to go for a run first or something to get the blood pumping. Anyway, slightly annoying, but I will get there. So once that test is done, then I'm going to restart the NMN and the TMG, and then I will retest. And there's a video that I will do on that too, because I'm very, very curious to see. Maybe my NAD levels are higher than I think. Don't know. So anyway, I'm looking forward to see how that all pans out. But I do know I'm going to go back on these because I know that they're doing the right stuff. Okay, the last supplement that I'm taking every day is one that's prescribed by my doctor. Here's the thing. So I was sent by my GP to get a FRAC scan. Now that is something that tests your bone density. And, I didn't really think a whole lot of it, except for the fact that when I was lying there getting the scan, the technician says, you're a little young to be getting this. And I said, well, I'm actually older than you think. And she said, no, usually you don't get these until you're in 60s and 70s. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. GP tells you to do something, you go and do it. And then I got the results back. I got a call from the GP saying, come in. What they do is they test 3 different bones in the body. They do your spine, they do a hip and a femur, and they give you a number. And if you are at 2.5, you're in osteoporosis. Now, my femur and my thigh were fine. My spine was a 2.3. I'm on the cusp. And can I just say, for the most part, I don't feel old. I know I'm 52. I don't look it. I don't feel it. I don't act it. So for me, getting old is just not something that's bothered me too much. This is the first time that I have genuinely felt old. I'm like a smidge away from osteoporosis. So they prescribed something that hopefully, and this is totally reversible, by the way, I can absolutely take care of it. And thank goodness we're catching it early. And this is what I'm now taking daily. This is a combination of calcium and D3. And it's this little chewable tablet. It's great. Take it every morning. Off you go. Easy peasy. You don't even need water for it. I love it. So that's where I'm now getting my calcium and my D3 higher levels that hopefully, I assume that we're going to test again in another, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. And we'll see that there's no advancement and hopefully it's actually been reversed. So this did sort of upset my routine here because there's another product that I've been taking for ages by Do Not Age that I've now stopped. And this is the Pure D3, K2, and Magnesium. So now that I'm taking my prescription D3, I've stopped taking this. And it's kind of a bummer. It's actually a really great product. And I think one of the things I'm missing the most is the magnesium. Magnesium is great for sleep. So if there are any of you that have trouble sleeping, you might want to start taking some magnesium. It's also good for bone health and lowering blood pressure. So I might have to find a way to supplement magnesium separately. But that is sort of an overview of everything that I'm taking right now. And I have to say the biggest challenge is figuring out how to fit it all in. Because some of these need to be taken on an empty stomach. Some need to be taken during eating. Some need to be taken after food. Some need to be taken right before you have fats. So it is sort of a nightmare when it comes to scheduling. So one of the things I did was picked up this super cool organizer that helps to keep everything straight. So you break it down by day, and then you can also break it down by time of day, because some I would take in the morning and la la la. But what's even better is then you can take it out and I would just pop it in my bag and take it to work. So I would do this on a Sunday night, lay it all out, and then I was set for the week. But it's
just like my mom used to do.
Okay, that's the second time I'm actually feeling a bit old, I have to say. Yeah, okay, I get that. But what I have found is it's not necessarily helped me, because if I have to take something before a meal versus during versus after, then this isn't the system that's working. So I haven't actually figured it out. So I sort of have, things by the coffee pot that I take on an empty stomach. And then I have ones that are sitting, at the dining room table, so I know to take them with my dinner. So if you have any ideas out there, I'm a little into my organization. So if you have any pointers, if you also have situations where we need to take medication or supplements at a certain point in the day, like within food, let me know, because I could benefit from that. So that is it for today's video. I know it looks like a lot, and this whole video is reminding me that yes, I am in fact getting older, but these are all things that I think are doing good things for my health. They're helping me to live a healthier life longer. So I'm digging it. Oh, and I do have a discount code. So Mary10 will get you 10% off at Do Not Age. Now, listen, I do suggest that you do your own research. You figure out what's going to work for you, what's going to work for your lifestyle and for your own goals. And of course, consult a physician if you have any questions there. I do think it's worthwhile to see what we can do and add to our lives to help us live longer, healthier ones. So thank you so much for joining today. If you like to look at this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, and maybe even share with a friend. I really appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. Can you hear my stomach? No? Growling?